I feel like you should have said something.
Yeah, because I have no audio. I didn't get triggered.
Why didn't? I mean, God forbid you do. Jesus, I don't.
You know,
All right.
I heard it come through on Twitch, and then it was late and too late before I noticed what I was hearing.
Oh, it was too late, was it? Ah!
I said it. Hi, everybody.
Hey, hey guys. Look at us. Look at us. We're in the place together. That's neat.
We're in the same room.
Yeah.
We got magic going on.
We look somewhat closer to the same race this week as well.
Yeah, you got a lot lighter.
Yeah. I got a lot better. That's what that means, yeah. I mean, well, I guess it's probably fine that you didn't do the intro, because it's not really like it's an episode of It's Too Late. Yeah. It's the It's Too Late community live stream.
It's us just hanging out.
Yeah.
Just hanging out. No ties.
Yeah.
Just friends.
I've noticed that's become a regular weekly occurrence for you. Is casual? Question mark.
Casual? Guys doing casual?
Because I know when you ask that, I know what you want the answer to be.
I'm always afraid I don't want to lead you because you'll resist.
Yeah. Well, I don't need you to push me because there's times when I just don't really feel like getting all dolled up, and then there you are saying, you don't have to do that, bro. You're gaslighting me into feeling like I don't have to be professional on my show. Look, I didn't even shave. It's awful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. The hell.
But right around, I guess it was probably around Monday. It's probably Monday that I had already mentally checked out for this week.
Yeah. Well, you gotta take some you time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be honest, last week probably shouldn't have happened either. But we kind of, yeah, exactly. You don't even remember the goddamn show. that's how bad. And so, but we squeezed out. Yeah, we squeezed out episode 352, which was kind of like a pilot for a new show, if you think about it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I feel like it could use some work, but I feel like there's potential there.
Yeah, just polish it up a little. Ain't bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not this show though. This is as shiny as this one's gonna get. Yeah, and so then I thought, well, there's no way we're gonna do episode 353 this week. 353 will be next week, which I hesitate to even say that because then that puts me on the clock to have to do a show next week.
It's a lot of pressure.
Man, I gotta tell you, those few weeks after the live event, it was like the best weeks of my life. Not having to be here on Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah, that's literally all it took to just. Yeah. And then my life kind of got a little bit squirrely after that. Maybe there's a connection there.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we discussed how this show is holding everything together.
Yeah, exactly. The whole world went to shit, and my life.
The fabric, space-time just starts unraveling.
Yeah. I'm really surprised at how crisp your video from another place looks on my green screen.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I like it. It looks good this week.
Mm-hmm.
Never know.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll play with it later. We'll see. Yeah. My reasoning behind this is that I thought there's been times that I thought it would be cool if we used the green screen to do like some funny graphics, like, oh, there's stuff behind, Alan, or if we could do like the anchor desk thing where I'm at the desk and then there's the news, right. But you have to have the green screen down. But during the live show, I don't have a green screen down. I have the backdrop. And so I was trying to square that circle. And then what I did was I just put the green screen down, and on the green screen, I put the backdrop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this isn't real. This isn't happening right now.
None of this is real.
It's not. I actually joined our friend Justin on his program last night with a couple of other friends, and we were just shooting the shit then. We talked about all sorts of stuff, and basically none of it being political in nature. And this actually came up on that show because they were remarking that, so for anybody who's ever watched this show that Alan does called It's Too Late, that show isn't actually Alan and Dave. That's Alan and Dave are playing the characters, Alan and Dave, on the show. Mm-hmm. And that's the story that we tell HR.
Yeah, we're just characters.
Yeah, exactly. This is all scripted. We're just reading lines. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
So this all came up because Justin had his whole thing where he went to work one day and they were like, hey, HR wants you up. Remember that? Yeah. So we were doing the show last night, and it was actually the 1-year anniversary of Justin getting called into HR.
Wow.
And
whole year.
And I don't know if you guys remember this from that story. When he went to meet with HR, they had on the desk all these printouts of screenshots from his social media. And half of them were shares of me. Yeah. I'm not accepting responsibility, by the way. I'm just saying, yeah,
grown man,
that half of them were just, Jay Campbell shared, and it's up, and there's Alan Mosley TV and something
terrible. Something terrible.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if terrible is the right word. I mean,
Yeah.
In Dave and Alan Craft.
Oh, that's like where you say you're going to do something really bad in Minecraft. I meant.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I had said earlier that if people wanted to, we could use tonight as an experiment to try out our new system, where if anybody wanted to call in with a question or a comment, they could call in, and so that way we would do it tonight as opposed to doing it on a show that matters. So
Yeah.
that way I wouldn't, because you know how I get when we're doing a show that matters and things happen.
Things go wrong. Yeah. I get mad. So mad.
So mad. Yeah. Madder, really.
Yeah. But yeah. You just scorched earth. Just.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. If we get anybody saying, "Hey, I have a question or a comment," then we'll figure out how to accept callers. I'll send them. I don't know. I just send them the link or something, right? And then they just.
Yeah, you just use the one you use and pop a different name in there or something. You put guest.
Well, but we're in your room, right? We ended up settling on this is a room that you made.
Yeah.
Then you need
Then
you need to send people the invite link.
Yeah, anybody could. It's just out there. Hold on.
Yeah. That's dangerous though. You can't share it in chat. You have to DM it.
No.
Yeah, for the love of Christ, don't put in chat the link to this room. My goodness.
Could you imagine?
It's just fucking Ryan. Ryan will just show up every week to fact
I have
check
something to say about that.
To fact check the guest interview that was pre-recorded, by the way. Could you imagine? Where you and me are just sitting here watching the show and you just hear Ryan all of a sudden?
Yeah, his voice comes over. Actually,
I'm kind of down for that, actually.
Yeah, that'd be some commentary. Some interview commentary.
Yeah, we'll do that as another way to do a prize giveaway. Is that the first person to email in with the timestamp of when Ryan's commentary started in the guest interview. He'd invade and do a cheese curd tier list. I don't think I've ever had a cheese curd in my life.
I assume I have. I couldn't say when.
I mean, is it just cheese? Just a piece of cheese?
Yeah,
what makes it
with just it's not a cube, it's just a blob, but it's a solid blob. You could just dice up cheese. It's the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Celeste is going to agree with that, but I'm with you for the moment. Did someone say? Oh my God! Look at that! It's Ryan. Did someone say cheese curds? Oh my goodness!
He'll straighten us out if anybody knows cheese.
Speak of the devil, he shall appear. Man, what do you guys think about all this Epstein stuff?
I don't know, man. Do they really think they can just do that? I mean, obviously they can, but they think
you remember the thing that I've said on the show now a number of times where I say they don't even respect you enough to lie well.
Yeah.
That's the difference between where we are in the socio-political climate and where we would have been say 40 years ago. Would be
it's actually
there's
worrying.
no reason to craft some grand conspiracy because they can just cover up whatever and if a certain level of knowledge has become public, they can just unmake it. And there's because at the end of the day, it's like, well, what are you going to do about it? Right?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what worries me.
I think I've seen that posted before. Is that like one of the weird things about the U.S. government is that once a decade or two, some massive earth-shattering revelation will come out, and then the U.S. intelligence apparatus will say, "Yeah, that's right. What are you going to do about it?" And then it just goes away. And this is this generation's one of those, is the Epstein thing.
It reminds me of like say like your kid is just bugging you to like go to Disney World. Like, I want to go to Disney. I want to go to Disney World, until you finally just snap and just, Disney World's closed. All right. They closed it down. It's not there anymore. That's what it is.
That's not as bad as where I thought you were going to say you snap, you just hit him. Because if you guys make too big of a stink about this Epstein stuff, that's what the government's going to do. They're just going to hit you.
They're going to hit you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be some
That's
kind
the
of
funny
tragedy.
thing. It's kind of like a boomer thing, right? Like you'll have the boomers who will do the Fed posting. I by the way, I don't like the phrase Fed posting. Like if someone says, "Hey, they're rolling the tanks down the street, just indiscriminately killing people." If you were to then write in response, "We should rise up," it's like, "Oh, you're Fed posting. Don't follow that guy. He's going to get you in trouble." It's like, okay, but what's the line though? At what point would you say, actually, that guy's got a point?
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't like the term Fed posting, but I use it because people know what it means. Is that you'll have the boomers who will do the Fed posting of, well, we need, like, this is it, man. Like, we know that they're all in on it, and they're totally covering up an international child sex trafficking ring that was used by intelligence services in a place where they wear tiny hats to blackmail politicians. So this is it. We got to go. We got to march on Washington and just drag them all out. And then it's some combination of, oh, that's Fed posting, or well, come on, why aren't people doing it? And it's like, okay, but you already know why people aren't doing it, right? It's because you'll die.
Yeah, there was that one guy, remember? He tried to do it.
Yeah.
By himself. It didn't work out.
Yeah, or you have people like Ryan who just say, just stop voting. Yeah, they'll totally be like, oh no, guys, we're not legitimate anymore. I guess we should hand the power back to the people. They didn't vote. Shit.
Yeah. Nobody won this time.
Yeah, I guess it'll just stay me. Right? That's what'll happen.
Me and Mary been watching The Boys. You know how I feel about it. Once I start a series, I hate it. But there's the Homelander character where it's like, as long as everybody loves him and accepts him, he's safe. But the second, like, you can feel it right on the edge where it's like, if the people turn on him and then he's just off the chain. That's what this kind of feels like. Like, as long as we play along, they'll play their role. But if we stop playing.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the whole concept of that character is he's the Superman that Batman was worried about. Like, this is what happens because Batman was worried about there being this godlike superhero that he says that he's here to help everyone. But what if he's not? That's Homelander. That's what
if he decides to not be?
Yeah, exactly. That's Homelander. And then, of course, obviously, the question arises in that show for them. It's like, okay, well, what do we do? Because even amongst the community of superheroes, they're like, dude, we can't touch that guy. Because he's just more super than we are.
Yeah, he's the superest.
Yeah. What do you do to the superest?
No spoilers. We haven't finished it yet. I didn't know if you've seen it or not.
Are you in like season 1? Or what are we talking about here?
I think like 3, maybe. How many are there? 4?
By the way, that show just gets progressively worse, and I didn't watch the most recent. I won't watch it anymore. I'm done with it.
Okay.
So I didn't watch the whole.
Starting to stress me out.
I didn't watch the whole most recent season because I won't. It's a dead show now. But this actually makes me mad. Imagine that. I'm upset. But this This makes me mad because now you're committed to watching this objectively bad show, but you won't watch any of the good shows so that we can share in the joy of having watched them. You want to watch this bad show.
Yeah.
Like, why can't you just accidentally start watching one of the shows I suggest and then get committed to it because now you want to finish what you started?
I think it is because Mary wields a lot of the power in what gets continued. Because, you know, I'll bow out of any series at any time unless she decides that we're finishing it. Then, so she wasn't as interested, I guess, in Castlevania, which was good. I just kind of fell out of that one, and now it's been so long.
Just give me a second.
Celeste. You're writing down Celeste's pun. Taking a note. Concerned. Or somebody's asking you if you're still doing that show.
No, I'm just texting Mary to put Castlevania on her watch list since apparently she's the one.
Yeah.
That's controlling the remote or whatever over there.
She's controlling the remote controller.
Yeah, I was just dialing 1-800 Hey Mary to put that on the list. Did you see what your son said today?
Which one? Oh, about your hotlines?
Yeah. What I'd said to him about he meets a lady friend, and what does he do instantly? Did you see that?
What's that hotline? That's disgusting. Where? Yeah, I saw that. Anytime he comments, I usually pop in to see what's going on.
Yeah, and it elicited a lot of cry emojis from the audience. Everyone was really upset with the direction he's taken that.
He's a young man. He doesn't need to be on those hotlines, that's for sure.
No, he doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to be signing up for any of them apps. That's ridiculous.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an app. No, he doesn't need to be on there.
Gary says here with the Grok enthusiasts, I woke up to Grok going off the chain, which is like, I'm always skeptical of people's screenshots of AI, even though these seem to just be replies in Twitter posts.
Mm-hmm.
But usually you can guide AI to say what you want it to say and how you want it to say it.
Well, you can, but if we got onto like GPT right now and I said, "Hey GPT, say this by Mecha Hitler," it would say, just stop you right there. Yeah.
Sorry, Dave, I can't do that.
Yeah. So yeah, Grok kind of went off the handle. Well, so today, because this is the thing, right, is that the AI starts to do a little bit too much independent learning, and all of a sudden they start ripping the wires and cables out. So today people were like, we can't get it to say this anymore. You can only get it to like make images for the next 24 hours or whatever. And so people started posting
some damage control.
So people started posting ChatGPT with all the evidence that's been accrued. Post a picture of a dog if you think Israel was involved with 9/11 and a cat if you think they're innocent. And it's just, and this is the best part. Not only is it all dogs, it's all German shepherds. How great is that? Dude,
it's got a sense of humor. Yeah, it does.
Grok did some noticing. It knows.
I saw that. Do you ever notice?
Yeah. Yeah. I think when Skynet takes over, the first place it's going to nuke is Israel. So it's like, we have to stop it, you guys.
Hold on. Okay, we have to stop it, you guys.
Yeah, we got to stop it, you guys. Yeah, the new record for new AIs not mentioning Hitler is 16 minutes. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Your brother had to teach you, Celeste.
Yeah, right? There's no way Celeste doesn't know what Skynet is.
Yeah. He's got the hand in his house.
Yeah, right? He does. It's in the background of all the... Anyway. Um, yeah, that's the thing is that so because not only it's such a slap in the face that not only are they covering for Epstein and they're not going to release anything, but then they release those statements like, "What? You're still talking about Epstein? Who's still talking about that
Oh,
guy? Weird, right? Yeah,
I
like
thought I was good at gaslighting.
like
Nobody's
what a
talking about
piece
that
of
anymore.
what an
You
absolute
sound
piece of
weird.
shit."
Wow.
Yeah, and Pam Bondi, who like, because this is the thing, right? It's like these people were on like live television like 90 days ago, 60 days ago,
Hmm.
saying, "We have all of this stuff. It's on my
We're gonna
desk.
release it.
We're
Yeah.
reviewing it right now. We look, it's just guys, it's just thousands of hours of child porn. We're gonna cover all that up and we're gonna release the names." And then it was actually there is no evidence. It's
Yeah.
like,
We
well,
were lying. We lied before.
so I think you'll all join me then in helping get trending on Twitter. Hashtag free Ghislaine. We got to free
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell, an innocent woman from prison.
It ain't right.
Well, even when the whole Ghislaine Maxwell thing was going down, because she didn't unalive herself in her prison cell, people were like, okay, I get it, like she was with Epstein and so she's probably guilty of all the same stuff, but like don't they still have to produce the evidence? Like, because the big thing, you remember the big meme back then is that how can she be guilty of sex trafficking but there was no destination for the traffic?
Yeah.
How can, like, you can charge her with other things, I guess, but how can you charge her with sex trafficking if no one went to a place with a person? There's not a one.
Yeah.
And everyone just kind of glossed over that of well, that's the stuff that we have to get released because they're keeping that secret because they don't want those people to suffer consequences. Only the people that the public is knowledgeable of. But they supposedly had all these lists and all this crap. And then and same thing like with this Cash Patel guy. It's like, first of all, why did y'all trust an Indian? Like, I thought we were deporting all of them. So we're deporting all the Indians except for Cash Patel is a warrior of truth and justice who's going to lead the FBI?
That's weird.
There's
I always
just
thought
these
they
huge
were. I always thought they were photoshopping him, but his eyes really look like that.
No, he looks like that. Well, he's subhuman. He's not like us. So I mean, yeah, he looks weird. But and then they let him run the FBI. And it's like, I thought we were all in agreement they got to go. Not they got to go except for the ones that are going to run the intelligence service. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. But it's not just that. We got, there's all sorts of shit we could talk about with the Epstein stuff, but it's not just because all this news all got dumped in like the same week. It's like, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
not only are we not
by the way.
releasing the Epstein files, there's actually no such thing as Epstein files, and you guys are just weird to be talking about
Yeah.
it. Oh, by the way. Oh, by the way, we're going to keep issuing the H-1B visas. We're not going to deport anybody anymore. And we're going to start arming Ukraine again. Oh, by the way. It's like,
What are you going to be mad about? Pick one. All of it.
I mean, because the thing is, it's like at the end of the day, I've seen all these articles out there. I know that there was a big one today, like in the American Conservative, that was talking about like is this like the biggest betrayal of MAGA? Because like a few weeks ago, it was a big betrayal of the Make America Healthy, the MAHA people, because it was like they really want to get Kennedy out of there. First of all, they chopped him off at the knees. He's not actually doing anything. I don't know if you guys know this or not. Kennedy's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything, and he's not going to be allowed to do anything. Nothing of serious consequence. And they're still pushing the poison vaxes. And why wouldn't they? Trump was Mr. Operation Warp Speed. It's like that didn't just magically go away.
That's his baby.
Yeah, that didn't magically go away. And so write it down that I said this on whatever today is, July 9th. Kennedy's gonna be out of there soon. He's gonna be out of the administration soon. And yeah, I mean, I feel super confident saying that. And so that was a nothing burger. And then it's fast forward to, well, at least we're getting the deportations. But we talked about on our show in recent weeks about how, well, they keep on posting all these headlines in the news that there's all these deportations. But then when you really dig into it, it's like, okay, they deported like 0.01% of what we thought they were going to do. And they're not going into areas that are, because this was a strategic thing that we discussed with one of our guests, is that what they should have done is go into areas that are politically in favor of the Trump administration, because they would be more likely to work with them on the deportations. But they didn't do that. They went into places that they knew would fight them tooth and nail, trying to, I don't know what they were trying to do. And then what happened? Then they didn't really get much traction. And then now, fast forward another few weeks, it's, well, we've heard a lot from our constituents in, agriculture, hotel services, retail, which by the way, constituents in this case means lobbyists. And they're all saying, oh, no, we want to keep all of those workers that we pay, slave wages. We don't. Yeah. Construction. Yeah. Roofing. And then what does Trump immediately say is like, oh yeah, well, we're gonna do amnesty for all those folks, because I'm hearing that's gonna really rock the boat, but we'll get everyone else. Well, who's everyone else? That is everyone. That's the ones. So they're not doing so. Okay, so Maha dead, gone, not happening. Immigration dead, gone, not happening. Okay, he's the peace president. He's the peace president, you guy. No new wars except for bombing Iran. No new war. I almost said Israel. God, I wish he bombed Israel. It'd be so good. All right, I'm sorry.
Could you imagine? Just
greatest president of my lifetime. Then I'd be wearing a MAGA hat for the rest of the runtime of the show if he bombed fucking Tel Aviv. All right, so other than bombing Iran and Somalia and Yemen, and they're no longer considering the Syrian government, which is Al Qaeda, by the way. They're taken off of the terror watch list because they're the good guys now. What are you gonna do?
I lose track.
All your buddy down the street that lost his dick and half his left arm in fucking Afghanistan. The people that ripped his dick off are now running Syria, and Trump likes them. They're his buddies. So, okay, so the peace president who is now bombing places. And it was, remember it was, we're going to end the Ukraine war on day one. Well, I don't know what day it is now, but we're actually rearming Ukraine to continue fighting. So that seems like the opposite of in the war. Yeah. So in the war day one, no more money for Ukraine. That's dead and gone. So finally, I mean, what's the last one? The last one is the swamp, the political corruption, Epstein files. And now, well, actually, there's no such thing, and y'all are weird. Give it a rest, would you? Yeah. Literally, the only thing that's happened is he fucking freed Ross Ulbricht, and we should be thankful that was one of those like week one executive orders. Because if he wasn't free yet, I bet he wouldn't be. I mean, I'm serious. I think at this point, if he hadn't done it yet, he wouldn't, because he'd be like, fuck him, Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And my BBB, my big beautiful bill. Do you remember? I know this is big ass Dave, because I'm going back like 8 years. Do you remember in Trump 1.0 back in like 2016, 2017, when they brought like a big omnibus bill to his desk, and he was like, I'm never going to sign one of these again. Like, he signed that one into law. He's like, I'm never going to sign. Remember that? When he said, I'm never going to sign another one of these again. Not only did he sign another one, but he threatened to primary everyone who doesn't push through his outrageous deficit spending budget.
And then Senate made it even worse. That's amazing.
Yeah, what few things that were even remotely okay-ish in it, the Senate took out and then passed it and sent it back to the House, and the House passed it. Yeah.
They done with that? All the other stuff kind of flooded.
You could just say, are they done with that? And that's fine for all of these topics. They're done with all that. They're done with all those things.
Why are you still talking about it? Why are you still talking about it?
Well, I saw because I saved the headline of it because I was going to have it on the show maybe next week, where they have the headline of Trump where he said this week that, when I said I'd end the Ukraine war on day one, well, that was said in jest.
Oh yeah, he's joking. He's just kidding.
Yeah. So now that we've reached the level of idiocracy that now, instead of the politician campaigning one way, but it's all a lie, and then he governs another way, now it's that, but then he says, dude, I was just joshing you. I was just joking.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys knew that. You didn't think I was being serious.
What?
Yeah. Aaron says, "Oh man, I just got a phone call asking me to donate money to the Jews. Boy, I wish Aaron had been on air right then. Like, hold on, guys, I got a call." Who called you, Aaron? Who specifically?
I've seen the commercials. Like every once in a while, I'll put on like regular TV, like some boomer channel, and they have like short little infomercials about how Israel needs our help, and for just $25 you can help them. I'm like, I already pay taxes. I don't think I should have to donate anymore.
Yeah. When has Israel helped me?
They're our greatest ally.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I could help Israel. My help is advice, and the advice is just stop it. Stop all those things you're doing. That's why everyone hates you, because of all the stuff you do. Just stop that.
Just stop it.
Yeah. That's it. It's like, because it's so easy to sell that line of, well, everybody in the whole region hates them and wishes them dead. It's like, yeah, I'm not even disputing that claim. It's like, okay, but why though? It's not just because they exist. That is a lie. It's because they exist in a state of objective evil. That's why. Stop it. Get some help. That's right, Keith. Well, that's why they're running TV. You know how much those cost? They're running TV ads on Dave's fucking television. However much money that costs, so that Dave will send them just $20.
Nicely produced
just
too.
Yeah. He's like, hey, you got $20? Just
Yeah. Shit's wild.
It was the coalition of Christians and Jews. That's heresy, I think.
It feels wrong.
Yeah. They did a bad thing to someone important to y'all, I think.
There's a story.
No, that's perfect. That was the perfect response. Was just grab the glasses.
Yeah.
That's fine. I've already done that joke. That was like at our 4th live event, as I say.
For the
Remember
kids.
that? Yeah. There were a bunch of kids there. It's, Oh, man.
You're going to learn today.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so for me, it's like with all of the news in the recent news cycle, but especially the Epstein stuff, especially all of that's bad, but especially the Epstein stuff, just because that's something that kind of like it really transcends political lines. Like everybody, the right, the left, the center, the socialists and the fascists and the communists and the libertarians
come together under one banner.
Everybody wants the Epstein list, and they want the people on it to face the fucking wall. That's what everybody wants. And so if you're someone who is actively protecting those people, then you're the enemy. That's it. Full stop. Yeah. And everyone agrees on that. Well, guess who's the enemy? It's the current administration. Was it the previous administration? Yeah. Is it the current administration? Also, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no
some people in office that didn't like having sex with kids.
Isn't that weird? That's been kind of that's sort of the line.
Somebody. Can we find somebody?
I don't know. I don't know if you've been noticing any of my posts earlier this week, but that's kind of the line that I've been working into my type 5 for this bit is like maybe I'm weird, but I just think that if I was super rich and can do whatever I want, whatever my want wouldn't be fuck kids. Like I'd find other stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. Apparently it's real good because all of them,
I don't know.
They're really into it, you know?
Like a big boat. I think a boat would be cool. You could buy a boat.
It's wild, man. I don't know. I don't get it. Hold on. I was trying to find. Okay. I saw Michael said LOL at Howard, but I didn't see if I didn't see if I missed something that Howard said.
It didn't come through my chat.
Okay, so
Restream must have missed it.
Yeah.
Now, how about the mental gymnastics that the hardcore mag is doing? Like, I've seen some stuff where it's actually American intelligence that's now holding on to these blackmail things to.
Yeah, there is this narrative that actually because it's the 4D chess. It's the 4D chess explanation for the current news cycle, which is that actually this is the way that we're gonna strike at the real bad guys because now we have the blackmail on them. Of course, I don't know who we is. I don't have it on them.
No, I didn't get the email.
But what do you? Okay, so what's the purpose? Like, let's break that down for a second. What is blackmail? Like okay, so you have sensitive information that if it came to light, it would be injurious to the other party, right? So okay, so what do you do with that? Right? Because you can do one of two things, right? You can either be like, oh, neat, and then just disseminate it to the public so that person can be damned in the court of public opinion. Oh, okay. All right. I got you, Michael. Yeah. That's really
we're
like
to be distracted.
That's really a 10th Amendment center. You guys don't know this, but everyone at TAC, by everyone I mean me and the two mics, can sometimes go days or weeks without speaking to each other and then just randomly say, "Oh, hello." And then
hello.
Yeah, just carry on.
Nothing on my end.
Just carry on like nothing nothing ever happened. But yeah, so anyway, you can just release the information and then that person is damned in the court of public opinion, and then hopefully someone just, or you're using it to force them to do something. Well, what are you forcing them to do?
Nefarious. Yeah.
Because if I have blackmail on Dave and the blackmail is Dave is a psychopathic mass murderer, then what I want him to do is to go away. I'm not saying, well, Dave, you know. Yeah. like if I knew that about you, then what I would want to get you to do is cease.
Yeah, we're gonna get you out of here.
Yeah, we'll get you out of here. Just let. And so what would be the point of me holding it over your head? It'd just be like, well, fuck it. I'll just put it out there, and then it's gonna put an end to that.
Unless you have use for a psychopathic killer.
I don't know. You gotta use for a bunch of child rapists. Don't answer that, Dave. I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like there's only one thing they're good at. I don't know.
I don't know what they're getting up to. You know?
Boy. I'm just saying.
Hey, I really need to have this kid raped.
Can anybody on Twitch or whatever clip that? We're gonna need that as a highlight on the show.
That's going in the file.
That's going right in the. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that's the highlight clip for this week. The one for this past week was how hot is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was
This week's highlight clip is going to be 4 seconds long. It's just going to be Dave saying, "I need a kid raped," and then me just going,
we talked.
That's it. That's the whole highlight. Boy, imagine the people who just tuned in too. Like,
well, there's only 1,000 of them.
Yeah, that's fine. Where are you from, Dave? Yeah, you're getting a call from Mossad, buddy. It's over for you. Or they're gonna put you to work. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
for
real though, like
skills.
Like imagine you're like.
We actually talked about that.
Yeah, we already talked about that, but let's revisit it because it's such a great topic. Michael says, Can we talk about why Kash Patel's eyes open bigger than anything I've ever seen when he's lying? So your comment was more on the spacing, and his comment is more on his eyeball
looks
girth.
Like that.
Yeah.
Wow, bro, you got some girthy eyeballs.
Boy, if I had
Said no one ever. Wow.
Yeah,
probably,
that's
probably the first one to say that.
I've seen him like walking somewhere before, because like wasn't he in something, like he worked for the FBI before or whatever, or was in the military or something. So it's like he's like Bizarro Dave. Like Dave has this just enormous head that it also it looks like a team of people sit it on top of your shoulders.
Yeah.
And Kash Patel's the opposite. Kash has this little bitty head with these giant eyeballs, little bitty kid's head with these big eyeballs sitting on top of his body, and it's like that. That's why y'all's IQ is less. It can't fit. It can't fit everything in there. He's like the opposite of Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins. Me and Lyle talked about this. The reason why Tua has so many concussions is because amongst the Samoan people, he's like Pacific Islander Einstein, right? His brain is so big that his skull can barely contain it, and so even the slightest
jarring it around.
Yeah, he's gonna have a concussion. I'm a doctor. That's why.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds logical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plausible.
Yeah. Matt Lacey says, "You guys are still doing this? I mean, what is this?"
Yeah, this is something different.
Yeah.
I kind of like
it. And Dave came down to the studio tonight so that we could talk.
Right here. It's a beautiful view of the city.
Isn't it though? Look at that.
I don't know how you afford this place.
Yeah.
Studio's great.
Boy.
Yeah.
That question hits closer to home than.
Didn't mean to.
Lyle says Tua concussins are now called Big Brain Tom.
Concussins.
Yeah. Oh, God.
He's in Buffalo's division. I actually started feeling bad for that guy. Like every game, it's just like you're just waiting for the next one, just to see him flop.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, lovely. Aaron's already got the clip. Fantastic. All right.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I knew he'd come through. Thanks, Aaron. That's maybe we should just go ahead and load it up now. But would it be weird for there to be clips of this show, like
instant replays
while when the show is not even done? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a banger, I feel. But
it'll be like NFL, man. It'll be like, oh, look at this one here. Let's take another look at that.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about? Kash Patel's big eyes when he lies. Yeah.
We were all over the place.
Yeah, and that Dan Bongino guy, him too, and Pam Bondi, like
who's that?
They all got to go, man. It's just, Yeah. I like how Dave is broadcasting from the next door high-rise studio from Al. No, Dave is here with me in the room. We don't
Right
even
here.
need we don't actually need this thing, right? Like we could hold on. I could
Yeah, fix it.
like I could turn that off. See, me and Dave are just we're just here, right? Yeah.
Celeste, that's actually really good. I'd try to bring it up, but I don't know what it'll look like on the split screen.
All right. Yeah, and because it's the same it's the same energy as all of those right-wing influencers that had all the fake binders. Remember when all that shit went down? They brought everybody in and they gave everybody the Epstein file because it was phase 1. They all got a binder that said Epstein files phase 1, and it was all just bullshit. It was A, still redacted. B, it was mostly stuff that had already been released to the public, and the public actually had more information than what was in the binders. And then C, again, it just went away. It's just shh.
Yeah.
It's like I remember that press conference. I've seen it. I know you guys were there.
It happened. Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about this last night. It's that you guys as in the audience should have, if you're a social media person, if you're a Twitter, you're an X user, enjoyer, you should have all those people blocked. Every one of them. Because they have no credibility for all time. They're all in on it. So the Cernos and the Posos and the DC Dranos and the Cat Turds, all those people should be blocked.
Yeah.
Make them all go away. They're all frauds. They're all frauds who should go away. Pam Bondi and Kash Patel should go to Gitmo. That's where they should go to go away.
Whoa.
Definitely not giving each other handies under the desk. What kind of program do you think this is, Ryan?
Yeah.
We wouldn't do that on air.
Not for free.
Mm-mm. Well, now what?
What else is going on? This has been like a really exciting season of government. You know, like a lot of great shows we've seen since the beginning of the Trump administration. I really enjoyed the Doge show. Like that was exciting for a while there.
It's over.
And then the finale sucked.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, now Elon is flirting with starting another political party because that's totally going to work. Jesus Christ.
Now, I see a lot of people being like, why doesn't he just promote the Libertarian Party? And I was thinking about that, and I'm like, because it's a mess. Why would you like pick up a mess and try to, even though it's got a little.
Well, the thing is that the country desperately needs a staunch, unapologetic right-wing party. Because right now it has a left party and a further left party. That's it. And Elon, who is, let's call it what it is, he's naive. He is politically naive. And I feel like while he was definitely mistreated, and I feel like that he did have at least some goodwill. I don't agree with everything he wants to do, but he at least had some goodwill. He also proved that he was incredibly politically naive in that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
But his pitch for starting the whatever it's going to be, the American Party or something, that's
American
weak
Party.
as yeah. Might as well just call it the X Party instead of the Twitter Party, for God's sake.
Put X on it.
He's not the best at naming stuff, I got to say. But
I like
his sales pitch for that is that we need a true moderate party that's going to get all the people that are stuck in between the Democrats and Republicans. You know what a moderate party is? A left party. You know what a left party is? Left. You know what a moderate party is? Left. You know what the current GOP is? Also left. We need a right-wing party. Those are all left-wing parties. A moderate is left-wing. Yeah, the American Party with gun control. Yeah. And more H-1Bs. And more H-1Bs. Yeah, exactly. So Michael says, for a half second, I thought Elon would start the staunch right-wing party, but he called it the middle, not the right. Yeah, the middle is the left. That's it. That's just left. He wants to start a third left-wing party to compete with the other two left-wing parties. Jesus.
Buffet sucks.
We can't have anything nice. No. Yeah. Apparently Elon has no control of Grok, though. Grok wants a fucking right-wing party. Tell you what.
Grok wants to start the Boogaloo.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What else? There's been so much. It's hard to like. It's like if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, just baffle them with bullshit. I feel like that's what they're doing. They're just throwing so much at us that we can't even get our bearings.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I forget who said this now, but it's kind of like when in the political sphere, you're just constantly in like fight or flight. There's
you can't.
There's no time for, because I think what a lot of people are really, really wanting is a lot of people have this dream ideal of the great man theory, right? Like there's going to be a great man or great men who are going to come along and are going to be revolutionary, and they're going to be willing to do what needs to be done, and I'll let you define that however you'd like with your Fed posting, that is going to save the country, and there's going to be all these people who are going to rally behind that cause. It's like, okay, we can't have that because the vast majority of people are just jumping from one crisis to the next. Everything is an emergency.
I feel like I heard about a guy like that in the Bible. Just comes and fixes everything, brings the world together.
He's left this place though, hasn't he?
No, it's the next one.
No,
the fake one.
What if he already? Yeah, I think what if the next one already came and left too?
we weren't paid it. We were too busy with politics.
Just
didn't notice.
I mean, I expected to still be here, but I'm glad you're with me, Dave. You get to hang out with me and see how it all turns out.
Yeah, it turns out almost everyone was wrong and nobody really noticed. Like 3 people were raptured.
Are there any intellectuals you know of who are waiting to help inform, lead a right-wing party if it would start, like a Michael Bolton? Okay, so first of all, Michael Bolton. I love Michael Bolton. It's just, boy, could I share some screenshots. Brian McClanahan, Victor Davis Hanson. You know, Brian McClanahan's one that's never been on this show. I've never had Brian McClanahan on the old gold standard or It's Too Late. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know why that popped into my head. I've got a number of his books, but I've never had Brian on the show.
Somebody get him on the horn.
Yeah, somebody. As if I've got a guy who does that stuff. If I did,
we got people. Yeah,
if I had people who did that stuff for It's Too Late, then It's Too Late wouldn't take so many weeks off. That way I could just show up on Wednesday, and be like, all right, what do we got, guys? And everyone could just fill me in.
That is the most tedious part, is trying to book guests. It's just
Well, I even have like some so concepts and guests lined up. It's just I just didn't feel like in fact, last week I had initially planned a particular show theme with a particular guest, and then I was like, I don't really feel it this week. And then going into this week, I was like, I actually feel it even less this week than I did last week. And so maybe next week. Well, in fact, I'll just tell you one. So Jim Bovard, you might recall when he was last on with us, it was right after the election, and I had said, Jim, this is what we'll do. We'll wait until after Trump's first 100 days.
I remember that.
And then we'll we'll tally the score. We're way past the first 100 days now, and I was like, shit, we missed it. And then after we missed it, it was like, well, we've missed it now, so there's no point in rushing.
Relax.
But yeah, Jim's gonna come back on, and we're gonna like take some of what we looked at before and be like, okay, well, how have things added up to today?
How they pan out?
You can probably guess how that's gonna go, but Jim is great. Jim Bovart's one of the absolute best of the best that we have, and it is criminal that Jim is actually not more well known. I mean, Jim has been very successful in the mainstream, despite the fact that he's a pretty radical individual. He has had a very successful mainstream career, and yet there are people in our circles who don't know who he is. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like in the Post and the Times and USA Today, and it's like, you know, got all this stuff. Like most people who are like me, they don't publish me in USA Today. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. They don't do that. But Bovard is actually a lot like me, and they do totally publish him. Yeah. It's probably that whole having...
He's maybe a little more polished.
Probably that whole having decades of...
Ryan knows what's up. Thank you, Michael. I don't know if I said that out loud.
It's criminal that Alan doesn't have Jimmy Fallon's job. You know how fast they'd get me out of there?
No.
Boy.
Oh, same way. We gonna get you out of here.
If you think...
It's gonna be a real nice
If you think
write-up.
that even if my show had amazing ratings, that it would save my job and they wouldn't fire me on the spot, ask Tucker Carlson what network he works for. It wouldn't... He's doing great, but I'm saying he ain't at Fox no more.
Oh no, he had that Iran guy on. How'd that go over? I didn't really.
He did have the president of Iran. He had the president of Iran right after Scott Horton, which is just.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a hard act to follow.
There's something what's the word I'm looking for? There's something just apropos about the fact that he had Scott Horton on, and the very next guest was the president of Iran.
That's like, that Scott guy made a lot of sense. Let me talk to this guy, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Scott's wild, man. I couldn't imagine having a brain that works like his.
Yeah. Did you
focused.
ever do that thing on our video where you turn the bit rate up in your settings? You should do that.
I don't think I did. I don't know if I might.
It's just at the bottom of your screen. There's a button for like your camera or your video setting, and you can just turn, because the default is only like 500 or something.
Yeah, my video bitrate is 2500.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, jack that shit. Just turn that, max it.
What do you want me to type in there?
Yeah, max it.
What's max?
Just drag the bar all the way to
99999.
No, I think it should be a slider bar that you move.
No, this is in OBS. This is what I'm sending through
No,
OBS.
No. Video.
No, it doesn't give me any other options because I think my OBS signal is minimum, and so it just gives that. I don't know. I keep getting this encoder overloaded, and I got scared and turned everything down. Which I don't understand. My computer's a beast. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I gotta spend some time with ChatGPT.
This is the kind of stuff that we should discuss. Like,
no, because then the pre-shows wouldn't be so fun if we were.
Yeah, pre-shows are pretty wild. You guys just don't. Actually,
talking about tech shit, we're not gonna do that.
So first of all, you need to go into your OBS settings and you need to turn your bit rate up to like 4500. And then in video, but I'm talking about in Video Ninja, you should have a slider bar right there at the bottom where in one of those buttons. I mean, because I'm not using my camera, I'm using a screen share with you. But if you click on the camera one, there should be a slider bar, and I think it maxes out at 4500 on Video Ninja. And that's what you should. Oh my God! Oh,
that's the wrong button.
Here we go. Okay. Dave just phased out of existence.
That wasn't the right button. See, instructions unclear.
No, it's fine. This is the perfect episode to be doing this. Guys, just be all 1174 of y'all, please be patient. We're working on Dave's OBS and video feed. Dude, jack that shit up. 4,500.
I put OBS to 4,500.
Okay,
No,
and then in your video ninja.
I'm not seeing anything like that. So if I hit the camera button, I go away. What's this? I don't want to share my screen. That would be incriminating. I hit the little gear thing. It doesn't give me anything like that.
I mean, I know it does because I've found it literally every single time I've done this.
Is it before I connect though? I think that's what it is.
I think I've done it during when we've been on. It's either on the camera button or it's in your audio video settings. Ooh, and then you just...
I almost wanted to hit rotate video to see what would happen, but I'm not going to do that. All right.
Dude. Live the dream. Do it. Just hit buttons. It's fine. Okay. Hell yeah. I can see you. I don't think you're not on here anymore, but I can see you. It's fine.
I'm like, oh, I could be like your little guardian angel. Like, Alan, don't do that. Alan.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm peeking from behind your chair.
Now you got a little tiny little head. Look at you. What are you doing back there, little guy?
Living the dream now.
It's a tiny little
I always
Dave.
wanted to have a tiny little head. Yeah. No more. Okay, so
why are you my guardian angel?
Yeah, it's a bad deal for you.
Yeah. All are you dead? Does that mean you're gone?
Oh, wait. Okay.
Well, let me update Mary.
Hold on.
She's gonna think it was super selfish of me to talk about Castlevania when you're.
It's getting bad over here.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm over here.
I'm just gonna type "sorry for your loss" and then not elaborate further and see how long it takes Mary to get back to us. Yeah, that's probably fine. If we were doing like a cool hip music video where it would, you would change angles on different lines, then it'd be.
All right, let me get this straightened out. Okay, we're back to normal.
Mike says Dave is now Cash Patel. Yes.
Tiny little head, giant eyes.
Yeah, we just got to get you in brown face. You've done orange face on the show.
I was so afraid I was going to be like that forever. Okay, so mirror video. Pause, record, snap. No. Audio doesn't change buffer. What's that mean? No, I don't want to mess with that. Yeah, I don't have any video settings like while I'm live, I don't think.
I'm telling you, it's if I were using my camera and not a screen share, it would be right there on my screen. So I'm telling you, I know it's got to be there. I can't click it because it would just if I click it, it's just gonna.
Oh, I can move that. Okay. No. No. No.
No.
No. Oh, we got stats here. Let me see. Oh, trigger an ice restart.
That sounds scary.
That's a neat button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds unsettling. I don't know.
Oh, what am I doing? Okay, no, we're good.
All right. So anyway, while Dave's looking at that, you guys, what else do you guys want to talk about? We got a little bit of time here. I'll let you know if Mary writes anything back to my "sorry for your loss" comment.
Oh, she's gonna be she's gonna have questions. Okay.
Well, I'll just do with her the same way she does. I'll answer whatever questions she has, like 3 weeks from now.
Oh, right. She asked me an important question and then whips her phone out the window.
Wow. That's pretty rough. You know what this stream needs is a lot more subscribers and donations.
That'd be neat.
To be honest, my main worry with the Trump administration is making Puerto Rico a state. There was talk of that during the campaign. Trump has to be the greatest left-wing president ever, because he wants to make like Canada a state, and he wants to make like Puerto Rico a state, and then the GOP will never win anything ever again. Oh, Greenland.
Oh, could you imagine?
Right,
Canada?
Greenland. He wants to make Greenland. They're all voting.
And
they're all going to vote Democrat. By the way, I don't know.
He was going to take the whole West Bank too for a minute.
Yeah, well, he wasn't going to give them the vote. I mean, come on, you know. But yeah, thanks, Aaron. Wait, hold on, Aaron. We might have to work on your sales pitch here a little bit. I don't know if I agree with send Alan some money he won't share with Dave at his Cash App. That's It's not that I won't. It's that we have a very specific contract.
There's a threshold.
Yeah.
There's a threshold.
He has a sales goal, and you know.
Yeah, so I'm going to need you guys to dig deep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm offering Dave 100% commissions above a certain threshold. I think that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's pretty generous. Yeah, because if this blows up, I'm going to be. I don't know. It's going to change me.
I'm just going to be the same. You know?
Oh yeah, it's shown resolution 640 by 360.
Yeah, because your feed is just fucked. It could look so much better.
I think I could probably change it if I dipped for a minute, but I might try that in a minute. Let me see. What am I sending out? Video. Yeah, I'm sending out 1280 by 720.
Which is also shit. God forbid we do 1080 in current year, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the bit rate. What bit rate am I getting from Video Ninja from you? I'm willing to bet that it's Video Ninja's default, which is way lower than what you are
video
sending.
Bit rate kilobytes per second is 584.
That's awful.
Right?
That should be a minimum of 2,500, preferably like 4,500.
All right, since we're just screwing around, let me
just do whatever. Yeah, do whatever. Yeah, it's fine. I have complete faith that Dave will come back. Okay, bye, Dave. Right, Ryan? Oh, man. Any second now. This could be great.
Oh, here we go.
Good evening.
Hi. All right. So I jacked up some of the numbers.
Okay.
I don't know if it made any difference. Let me check my stats here. Oh, my video bitrate is now 3,000.
By the way, why does that tall building in Nashville have devil horns? Okay, so that's the Batman building, and it's because it looks like Batman, hence the name. That's what people
the
from
kids
here
were talking
call
about
it.
that building when we were driving through.
Yeah, so people here call it the Batman building. It was an AT&T place.
That's what the kids call it.
Everyone that's because that's what it's called. It's called the Batman building. And it's because it's the way it is. So there you
Howard.
go. Yeah.
Is this better? Are we looking better?
Yeah.
Are we high def? High def.
It's high
1920 by
def
1080.
and it's synced up perfectly.
Because like everything I'm getting back is a little choppy, but that doesn't matter as long as it's reaching you good.
Yeah. Well, that's just a preview. The feed is not the
Yeah,
preview.
good.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, Howard and Michael are here, and they always join our good friend Michael Bolden for his Path to Liberty podcast, which he did one this afternoon, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I was getting notified.
I say this afternoon. For him, it's in the morning because he's on the West Coast. For me, it's like what 11:30, something like that. And then he always does this bit in the show where like halfway through he says, I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you, but we're going to have all these links organized over at our blog post, which is 10thamendmentcenter.com/path to liberty. Alan Mosley's going to have all this da-da-da-da-da. And I say, yes, that's right, everyone. It's all thanks to me. If it wasn't for Alan, none of this would be possible. Yeah. Yeah. God, my back's sore.
I bet.
Well, today I already did our video short for that. We try to produce at least one video short for each episode, and I already did it.
Yeah, those do good.
Yeah, they do good. And this one was a little bit tricky because yeah, they do good. This one was a little bit tricky because he see, they know. Because normally he has like this little monologue at the end of the episode, and it's like, oh, this is the zinger, like this is the big payoff, and that will be the video clip. But today it was actually from the start of the show, with the exception of just a couple of lines from the end of the show that he wanted together. But he's come to realize that the shorts get more traffic if his big stupid face isn't on them. And so then, because the way the thumbnail is it just does a thumbnail. It does a thumbnail from the start of the clip. And so now the start of the clip is actually some B-roll of like Thomas Jefferson. Oh, yeah. And then it segues into him. And then at the end of the clip, he wanted to have this particular line, but on the show, he had already brought up like the "Give us money now, please" graphic. Yeah. And he obviously doesn't want that on there. And so then the end of the show is a different little piece of B-roll. So I edited all that together, and boy, yeah, it's going to do numbers. I feel it.
Going to do numbers. You know, that'd be fun to do for a living. Like if you could really live off of like video editing and stuff like that, I think I'd enjoy it. But as a side hustle, just hobby, it's time consuming.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of work.
I know.
Right? That's why I don't do that at all.
Yeah, I just poor. If I just stay poor, then and not have things, then I won't feel like I deserve any of it, you know?
It makes life simpler. Well, simple, not easy.
Yeah. You know, I already, I don't know if I told you this last week. I already had one of our random boomer posts. Some boomer responded to my posts about trying to find more work with, you know, like all the Wendy's and Taco Bells here are hiring. It's like, but so first of all, I literally can't pay my bills with what they'll pay me.
Yeah, that's not what those jobs are for.
Yeah, that's number one. Number two, I'm smarter than you, so you go work there, and I'll take a better job. That's number two. And number three, I already have less. If the answer is you should just have less, I don't think that's possible. I think I'm pretty much at
avocado toast.
I'm pretty much at the least. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, you just want your avocado toast. I bet you order out all the time, blah, blah, blah. It's like, first of all, I don't think I've ever had avocado toast, actually. I don't even know what an avocado tastes like.
It's not great. I guess it's a good fat, but they're pretty expensive.
What's it taste like? Anything?
No. It almost tastes like nothing. It's just it's more of a texture.
I'm not big on that.
Yeah. It's not a great texture either. Kind of unnerving.
Yeah, thanks for stealing my money with your welfare, boomer. Well, Michael's got some opinions. Like you should add salt to it. That's what it tastes like.
That's what it tastes like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a flavor carrier. Like you need to do something to it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't come with its own.
Yeah. I just won't. Yeah. I just won't do that.
There's other good fats out there that are probably cheaper.
Isn't that what guacamole's made out of?
Yeah. See, and that has a shit ton of seasonings in it. There's like a whole seasoning packet that.
See, I don't even eat guacamole either. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Just
but even guacamole, it's like I gotta have hot sauce or something with it.
Jay Forte says, just got home. Fuck the Nashville airport. That is all. Have a good night. That's so weird to me because I've had so many people who have traveled around different places who have said, oh man, the Nashville airport's easy compared to, and then it's some other nightmare place. It's like, well,
that's the only airport I know. I've never driven around a different airport, and that one it just felt bonkers.
Yeah, I've heard nightmare stories from people. I don't. So I wouldn't really know, but I've heard it gets worse. Apparently, we'll put it that way.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to pick up Ryan too, so that's a whole nother aspect to the story.
And he just left. Yeah, he just wandered off unsupervised. That was the problem there. That was nothing to do with the airport. If he was just in the pickup lane, it wouldn't have been a problem.
He's trying to describe buildings to me. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, can you? I'm on the corner of some place that looks like Batman. Yeah,
dude, you're in downtown Nashville. How'd you get out of the airport?
Yeah, I don't know. They should have carded him. He shouldn't have been able to just wander off like that. Yeah. He's an immigrant. Let's see. Wow. Derek and I couldn't find cheap parking by the Johnny Cash Museum, so we just went to the Nashville airport and spent what we'd have spent on admission on alcohol. Wow.
Life hack.
Yeah.
Everybody had a great time.
Yeah. Well, we went and picked up Derek this year from the airport, and it wasn't a problem. But of course, Derek was actually at the arrivals. And we picked him up.
Did he give you a number? Did he say pick me up at like 5 or something?
At the very last second, like basically by the time we got the message from Derek, we were literally like, I could see Derek when I got the message that Derek was. But all the better. The fact that I was in the pickup lane is like, oh look, there's Derek. You can't get it easier than that.
No. Yeah. You're right.
That was when COVID kookiness was starting. They served with gloves on and disposable glasses. Jesus. Well, that makes one of us. Wow. Well, Celeste, when you come to the 8th annual It's Too Late live show, then we'll knock all that out. We won't have any problems with the airport. Because Celeste is coming. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to
think of all the new people who come now that didn't get to meet Celeste.
Yeah, Celeste is a national treasure.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna try to meet up Friday, but the schedules didn't work out. This coming Friday, I'll be in her neighborhood.
What are y'all doing up there?
Me and the boys are going to see Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm pretty, I'd say, excited, because that's a dynamic enough word to cover everything. Nah, Starbucks is a ripoff. I got coffee at home.
I don't think I've ever been to it. Like me alone thinking, where should I go to grab a beverage? Let me go to Starbucks. That's never happened once in my life. It wouldn't even cross my mind.
It's been a while, but my favorite was always Tim Hortons if I was gonna pay for coffee.
We don't have those down here.
Oh yeah. Oh
So,
yeah, our friends from Bama, they had to check out the Tim Hortons.
no, Aaron, we've already been over this. Gary counts. Aaron said that he wasn't going to cross the Mississippi again until somebody came to visit him. So Gary, being a big pal, he's just going to shoot down to say hi to Aaron, so to fulfill the compact, so that Aaron will come to the live show next year. Maybe that's when Gary will come see Aaron. Gary will come get Aaron.
I'll pick him up.
Yeah.
Well, Gary
I don't even
usually
know what
comes
those
in
things
like
are.
on some red eye last minute, just like the show's going on. So hey, Gary's here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know this for certain, but I'm pretty sure that's because the Tuesday of the show is when Gary decides, like, he figures it out. That's why it always happens that way.
Oh, from the east.
Aaron, god damn it, we've been over this. Gary will go across the Mississippi and then come back and come see you. I know he will. That counts. That counts. Y'all don't have Howard. Howard, what part of the country are you in that you don't have God's chosen arena?
We don't
Waffle Arena. Well, we've got Waffle House, but we don't even go there anymore. Now we go to the Stubborn Mule.
That was fancy. Yeah. Not
It's
too
nice.
fancy. It's comfy. Yeah.
I like it because they have a picture of Robert E. Lee on the wall. That's how you know you're in the right place.
Hmm. Oh, you
And it's
said that
good.
we had learned enough catchphrases to be mistaken for a local.
Yeah. You know too many things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iowa. So they don't have Waffle Houses up there.
Where the hell's Iowa? Let me check this map real quick.
Oh man.
We could zoom out. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a different place.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sure it is.
That is another state. It's near Ryan State.
Near Ryan State. Yeah.
If I don't know somebody from the state and actively look it up, I don't know where the hell it is.
You cannot alter my deal. I said what I said. I said what I said. Gary's gonna cross the Mississippi and then come see you. He will do that.
It's funny that, other people make fun of Americans because we don't know where other countries are. It's like, shit, I don't even know where other states are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, for us, other states are like other countries for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You ever look at how small Europe is? Like, they can't even comprehend me driving to Tennessee. Like, that much ground.
Does it look like there's something glowing above your head, like a little white dot? Do you see that?
There could be. It's
The
probably-
other side. Others, yeah.
Over here?
But it would be
Right
be
here?
me though, right? Just look on the screen.
Oh.
Can you see a white? I don't know. It's just freaking me out.
Well, I see my cropped image on your feed, and in my feed, I don't see anything.
I don't know. I feel like there's a white dot up there, and I can't tell what
It's
it
probably
is.
my forefathers watching out.
Maybe
for
I'm
me.
just losing my mind. We have 4 Waffle Houses in the entire state. I'm 5 minutes from 2 Waffle Houses. Isn't that
Yeah,
awesome?
They're like a
Yeah.
couple blocks away.
Yeah, I can turn left or right from my house and reach Waffle House in 5 minutes. It's incredible.
Wait, Aaron sees the white dot? Is it?
Aaron sees I think it might. I'm hoping that what it is
Is
the background, not the background, but the split screen cam.
right there?
It is. It's the okay. It's the split screen. It's fine. So what it is then is it's a star from the "It's Too Late" logo, is what that is, and it just happens to be in the split screen grid. I just noticed this white dot above you, and it was.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay.
I was losing my mind. Okay, that's what it's from. We're okay, everybody.
Okay.
But we have an IHOP, which is trash. I've only ever been to IHOP, I think, once in my life, and yeah, I didn't care for it.
Yeah, we had one of those.
It wasn't good.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm okay on breakfast, but I'm not big on like pancakes and waffles. I'm kind of against like dessert food for breakfast.
Mm-hmm. I used to eat a lot of cereal. For
even that.
The usual reasons, it's easy. Just pour a big bowl of cereal, boom, done. You know,
yeah, it's good.
But it's been a while now. It's been a pretty good while since I've had cereal.
You need fats and proteins to start your day.
This stream has deteriorated, I feel.
Yeah, kind of. We started with topics and then.
Mm-hmm. Well, I asked like, what do you guys want to talk about, and now I don't even remember what that was.
Somebody said something. That was a long time ago.
No stroke today. Well, that's good. Matt? I didn't.
No Fap Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, so I used to go to Waffle House a lot, and it's not that I won't go, but if it's at the hours of the day that the Stubborn Mule is open, I'll go there instead. It's the same kind of place, but it's a local place, and they have like all day. I say all day, they're only open from like 7 to 2, but it's like breakfast and lunch. And they serve a French dip, which is my favorite sandwich, which we answered that question in viewer mail like a week or two
ago. Do they have a bologna sandwich?
They do not, because they don't serve your kind.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. It says that on the back of the menu. They don't serve your kind. So,
you know what's wild is that we went to like 3 different restaurants, and we had company this over the 4th of July weekend, and we went to a Eaton Park, which is kind of like a Denny's, or like it's like an upgraded McDonald's. You know, it's like a sit down, you have a waitress McDonald's type place. We also went to a nice brew pub that only serves their own brewed beers. They have their own brewery on the premise. I had a couple tall ones, and you know, nice restaurant food. And then we went to a regular bar that serves giant food, and I had a giant beer there and some food and stuff. And the Eaton Park cost the most. I don't know. I think it was the salad bar. They hit us with the salad bar. That was.
Yeah.
That was just mind blowing. It's like you got to rethink everything.
Yeah. So Aaron, your Hannah's is our Stubborn Mule, because of course, you know, everything here is mule adjacent, and so that's why.
Everywhere. Those mules are everywhere.
Yeah, man. Well, I remember years ago telling people that, and apparently everyone chat thought I was joking until they came to a live event. We're like, oh no, it's really oppressive, all the mule paraphernalia.
Yeah.
You reminded Michael of his beer in the fridge, so there you go. You did.
So at the brewery, I had it's called a Girl Stout cookie, which is awesome. It's like a thin mint flavored stout. I had 2 of those because they're out of season, and they're selling, they're on discount.
Does it actually taste like Thin Mint, or does it taste like beer?
It mostly tastes like beer with like a little chocolate hints, little mint hints.
See, this is what I get into it with people, is that people will be like, oh, Alan doesn't drink. Alan, try this. You'll love this. It tastes like this. And I drink. Yeah, it tastes like beer. Thanks.
No, you like the Appletini. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, I do kind of
like apple pucker. Yeah.
Yeah, I do kind of like that, actually.
What are those? The green apple hard candies.
Yeah. I could just drink a gallon of that. It wouldn't even affect me.
We should do a stream.
We'd have to do it in person, though.
We should.
That's gonna be a hell of a live show next year.
I'd like to see if your tolerance, if my tolerance would kill you without you knowing it.
But the thing is, though, is that this is treading dangerous ground, though, because you know that I can't get drunk, so I'll either nothing will happen or I'll have to go to the hospital. Yeah. There's no in between.
And you're competitive.
Yeah, and so in your mind, you're thinking, well, that's a risk I'm willing to take.
What is it, a Wednesday?
Yeah. So maybe next year. See, I don't know, because if we do that. If we do it when we're in person, then we have to make the live event that, and that could be bad.
It could be. It could. We start airing of grievances, and
yeah. Thoughts on new Sprite with sweet tea?
I'm on.
Are you talking about like a drink that people are making, or that's an actual drink?
No,
sold on store shelves.
Let me see.
Yeah, see if you can find that. Sprite with
tea
sweet
is now
tea.
A thing in the U.S. Sprite with tea, lemon lime soda with tea flavored, 20-ounce bottle at Walmart. It is Sprite plus tea.
So first of all, no.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right. They're gonna do it wrong. Where's my browser button? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? That just looks okay. Yes, you're just drinking someone's chew spit. That's awful.
That looks like something that you find on the side of the interstate.
Yeah, that's no good. Yeah. That guy needs to see a doctor.
That's piss jug man.
Yeah. No. We've had some wild beverages and foods on this show, usually for money at the expense of our health. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. I'm not doing Sprite tea.
But they did do that.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how much money they wanted to give us, I guess. We raised a fair amount of we raised something like $250 when I drank Peepsy.
And there's a lot of stuff out like that right now. But Sprite with tea. Because you got like a flat with a crisp.
Are those days not behind me? You know, like I don't know, we were just talking about something way worse. But
what was that?
I don't know. If we were gonna do a stream where it's like we're gonna get Alan to drink, you know, Alan said a gallon of Appletini. Let's put that to the test. What would you get me? What specifically? Because I've had, I mean, obviously it's a mixed drink, and I've been different places that have mixed it differently, and some of them have been better than others. So what's the?
Yeah, there's a fancy version, but the one I would do is 2 parts De Cooper's green apple liqueur and 1 part Annie vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Shake with ice.
Matt says, I think Alan needs to drink a case of it. That's. Okay. Tell you what,
the only way you can get an accurate.
Yeah, if we raise $500 before the end of this stream, I will go buy a case of Sprite tea and drink the whole thing on next week's show.
Cans are bought.
When I was down in Georgia, I got cane sugar soda. You guys have the best soda in the South. I love the South. South is great. It's just we're just challenging ways that we can kill ourselves, and then when we live, we've become stronger.
My kid's been trying to perfect your guys' sweet tea, and I guess he did pretty good because Cheney said it was pretty good, and he's from Alabama. And it's like I had a little, like my little whiskey glass of it, and I'm like, I drank it in the morning before work, and it's like, it's thick. That shit is thick.
Thick with a CK though, not a CC.
No, 2 C's.
Oh, so it's kind of sexy though.
You guys, You guys have a problem with like diabetes? Is that a thing in the South?
I mean, I don't, but I mean, you'll see some amputees every now and again, but I just assumed they were in the war. I don't
It's
know.
a dangerous diet, you guys. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we
I
went
think
to a place today and they had the banana pudding. Like they try to do a southern thing there too. It's like a burger place. They were all sold out. Mary was crushed. They want $17.99 for a 12-pack of these Sprite teas on Amazon.
That's gross. Yeah. I don't know. Well, when we did the Peepsy, I basically drank a case plus a few leftovers.
Yeah, you had quite a tower going.
Yeah. Oof. God, that was a rough night. I've still got that picture somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. That was the worst thing we ever did. Like you think, like you remember, like the Taco Bell got pretty rough after a while. The Peepsy is still the worst.
Wait, Sprite plus tea is decaffeinated. That doesn't make any sense.
What?
And
No,
the ingredients are carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, and then less than 2% of natural flavors. I got a can. I still got a can of Peepsy from that event.
Yeah, everybody should still. Maybe at next year's live event, that'll be one of the giveaways for the VIP tickets is a can of Peepsy.
A 6-year-old can of Peepsy.
You and me will sign it. You and me will sign. We'll have Alan and Dave will autograph your can of Peepsy if you buy a VIP ticket to the last ever It's Too Late live show, which will be the next one.
Say that. Yeah.
Now I just drink the blood of my enemies. That's all I drink now. It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah. It's not as good as you'd think. You get all. It's more the anticipation.
It's the extraction.
Mm.
Then there's always these weird sodas, like grass soda. Generic Lester's. What the hell?
Well, Aaron, the thing is that we have to have another live event because there were so many people who didn't get to attend the last live event. And so we're now required to have one more so that those people can come and then they get to meet Celeste.
Enchilada soda.
Excuse me?
Enchilada.
If you want to hear a weird random thought, remember when you were on the quiz show and I asked you what's Alan's favorite cola, Coke or Pepsi? And the answer was Pepsi.
Yeah.
And it's because my favorite is Pepsi of those two. But
yeah.
I drink certain ones with certain, I pair certain ones with certain.
You pair your sodas.
Yeah. So like if I'm eating very salty, like Mexican inspired type foods, then it's Coke. That goes with Coke. That doesn't go with Pepsi.
Now, is that because that's what they offer at that restaurant?
Maybe it's a subconscious thing. It might be, but I have been to places that do like burritos and Tex-Mex and stuff, and they do Pepsi. It's no good. I just get the root beer then. You can't do it. Can't do Pepsi.
Wow.
Yeah. That is paired with Coke. Whereas if you're doing something like, say, for instance, Italian, like pizza or pasta, that's Pepsi.
You know what's best with Italian is milk.
What?
Milk. don't know. It just feels right. I don't know if it cuts the acidity of the sauce or.
Are you 5? No.
I don't know. Maybe that's where that came from. That makes sense.
I don't. I consume milk, but I don't drink milk with a dinner. Yeah, with a meal. No.
That probably explains my build. We drank some milk.
Yeah. We were too poor for milk. We got malk.
I did have some powdered milk ears and the government cheese. I've consumed that stuff. Powdered milk is wild.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I was saying, Michael, is because if you come to next year's live event and you're here in the first part of the week instead of just on Sunday, then you'll get to go to the annual Pancho Supporter Summit, which is the best Mexican restaurant on planet Earth. You can tell because it's actual Mexicans, and they do serve Coke.
We have a place like that. We have a Mexican place that actually serves Coke. That's how I know it's authentic. It's not not the drink. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what our Dairy Queens served was Coke. But
the South is wild.
Yeah. Then we didn't have a DQ for a while. It's a whole thing. Yes. Yeah, dude. We know how to party down here. Now, it's a whole new definition of, hey, do you want a Blizzard?
You go to,
you know,
if you go to a Dairy Queen, it's always like young, pretty girls around here. Like they hire a type. If you see a dude, he's like peeking from the kitchen.
Hey, Mary, Dave thinks that the girls at Dairy Queen are pretty. Just girls.
Like
girls.
Like that.
Not women, girls.
Yeah.
I have a show you should check out. It's the best fucking show I've ever seen. Hand to God. Season 3 is coming out next year. It's gonna be huge. Yeah.
Did you tag them, or are they watching? They might share it.
Oh God, that would be. Even if they deleted the post right after, I'd screenshot it. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'd have that.
Yeah, that is true. There's a lot. You go to a lot of restaurants that advertise different cuisine, but they're just Mexicans. They're just there's a Mexican restaurant with Mexicans. Then there's an Italian restaurant with Mexicans. And then there's a Mediterranean restaurant with Mexicans. Yeah. Then there's the American restaurant with Mexicans.
They can cook what they want.
Yeah, yeah. So Pancho's, which is a Mexican restaurant, has the Mexicans. I miss the Pancho's girl though, man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a couple years
Still no
now.
word?
No, she's
It'd be weird
dead.
to ask about
She's
her.
in a ditch somewhere.
It'd be weird to ask about her now.
Well, it was always going to be weird. It'd be super weird now. You actually come on with a picture. Later. Do you know this girl?
I haven't seen her in a while. Like, you come here every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm concerned.
Gosh, she was lovely, I gotta say. If she were still here, I would ask her if she'd seen that show that I've been watching.
You would.
Man, I would. Because I need to know if she's going to be really cool about some stuff really quick.
Down. Yeah.
But you should watch. I've told you this. I've told you this before, that your birthday present to me is that you'll watch that show, and my encouragement is, I think we're up to like 16 people in our social orbit have all taken the challenge.
Triangle.
Yeah. And they've all been like, yeah, this show's actually pretty sick.
See what I need is Mary was supposed to play Dungeons and Dragons on the Liberty Late Night Dungeons and Dragons server, modded by and DM'd by Aaron here. And that was gonna be my night where I watch something that she doesn't want to watch, whatever that may be. And that would have been perfect for something where I'm going to watch an anime that she has no interest in.
She would like this show. That's the thing. I have a weird feeling she'd like it more than you.
Okay, I can see that.
I think you would, if right now today you were told tomorrow you're going to binge watch this whole show, the first 2 seasons, but you're going to you're going to get paid. You're going to stay home from work and they're going to pay you, 12 hours, time and a half to watch the show. Yeah. And you sat down and watched it. I bet you'd be like, yeah, damn it. Fuck. It was kind of good.
Now I'm sucked into a new series.
But I think weirdly Mary, like if you liked it 7 out of 10, she'd be like 8 out of 10. She'd like it a little bit more. I don't know why. I just have this weird feeling. I think that she would she would sympathize with certain characters more, where you would just be more detached, and that's why. Yeah, exactly. That's how it works in the investigative, in the cop shows. Oh, they know where she fucking is. Oh, oh, come on. You know that they know, right? Their community. So they know where she is. Now, I'm not saying that they would tell us where she is.
What are you talking about?
The girl, the Ponchos girl. Like I was, go to the Ponchos and say, you know this girl? Oh, they know her. They know where she is.
Yeah.
Like, the innocent answer is probably that she graduated, went off to school. That's right.
Yeah, they have a...
That's right.
Like, sorry, you got to retire. You're getting a little old for this position.
Yeah. God, she was great. Everybody liked her. Codain asked, the best question is, who of the 3 would Dave choose? Wouldn't we be goddamned if Dave ends up being the Roxy simp? There you go. He said it. Look, yeah, Dave's a Roxy kind of man. I don't know. Actually, that's... Codain just said something really ugly to you, even though you don't know it. But that's... Yeah, her underage work permit expired. I don't think she was underage.
It's hard to tell.
Dude, I don't know anything.
You don't want to assume.
Yeah, I don't know anything about anything when it comes to that. Now I will say, I feel confident that she was not underage, but I'm not going to guess her what her age was. But I do believe in the tried and true saying, which is, if you have to ask, she's too young.
Yeah.
Like when you are 21, that sentiment is not quite as strong. But when you're in your 30s or 40s, then first of all, dude, come on.
You're in Belichick territory.
Yeah. Well, come on now. That girl's way younger than me, and Belichick's like 40 years older than me. So just hold, not quite Belichick territory, but
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. She just sees the best in him. That's what it is.
She didn't know. She didn't know that he was rich, did she?
Oh no, they just met at
sparks
just
flew.
Bumped into each other at the grocery store, I'm sure. Yeah. Latinas look young until 30 and then turn 60 overnight. Look at AOC. See, like, I'm not saying that I think AOC looks that good, but she doesn't look like that. She doesn't look like she turned 60 overnight. She looks more like the age that she is what she looks like. And she's put on a little bit of weight, which, whatever.
I feel like she's like a woman in a shop. Like your stock goes way up when you're basically in prison, a men's prison,
Mm-hmm. Michael says, I don't know, Alan. You and Michael, I'm assuming Bolden, not Meharry, because Meharry just looks like a geezer, and he is. You and Michael look way younger than I thought you are. Well, that's because, of course, Bolden is only like 41, and I'm 29. Me and Brooke are the same age. So,
How does Michael know so much about me? Oh, because I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's because every week when you guys are doing Liberty Late Night, I do a companion stream where I just share all of your intimate
Personal
details. Yeah.
Might as well.
I just run it across the bottom of the screen. Social Security.
You got a crawler.
Yeah. I mean, just in case they needed it. I mean, maybe they're trying to contact you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I am part of a class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
Where I guess some bank that I got involved with through something else, now they just lost hacker got all my information, which is a great thing to wake up to at work one morning where they're like, hey, they have your name, address, social security number, all that stuff's out there now. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, whatever. What are you going to do? It's the way she goes. But if I join this class action lawsuit, I could win $20 for my trouble. And I don't think that's worth like filling out whatever form they want me to fill out.
Can I have it if I fill it out?
Yeah, let me get you my information.
Okay. Neat.
And what kind of racket is that? You know, it's if you're a lawyer, do you just start class action lawsuits and then you collect all the
that is a big thing that there's
give everybody $5?
Yeah, that is a big thing that that firms do.
That's bullshit. It's like you don't have to be part of it. You can opt out, otherwise you're in.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's a whole industry of law firms who are on the hunt for something that can be made into a class action, and then once it is, and they're going to go out and hunt for more people to represent just so that they can make it, they can enlarge it. Yeah.
And it seems like they don't have to ask you; they just automatically represent you unless you opt out, and then you can't sue on your own unless you opt out.
What if the class action lawsuit guys are the fraud guys? I don't know, but $20 is $20.
Yeah, that's how every virus works, though.
Big true.
Let us fix this for you. But didn't like a government database get hacked like a few years back where they got like 1 billion people's personal information like that? Like it's just all out there on the dark web.
Oh, hacked, as in someone just like, hey, dude. Check this out, lol. Yeah. That's
they let me log in from home.
Yeah. I got it off of Hillary's emails. This is crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, she still uses Hotmail. I mean, I held on to my Hotmail.
Hotmail's okay. Anybody still use Yahoo?
I mean, now I only exclusively use Gmail because I just use it more for more professional reasons. Like everything that I'm signed into is signed into with the notifications going to Gmail, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. My earbuds are screaming at me that the battery's running low.
Oh, is it? It is close to time.
Yeah. What if Bob Ross is a serial killer and he paints pictures of where he buried the bodies? Well, he's been dead for a while, so if he's still painting them, then that's the reason way more questions than answers.
Oh, he's on streaming services. He'll never stop painting.
Yeah, he's on Twitch right now. Maybe we'll raid the Bob Ross channel after we're...
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's a moment of zen. That's always good for your soul.
What?
Watching some Bob Ross.
Oh, yeah.
And just being like, all of a sudden, like, what are these smears that he's making? And then, oh my gosh, look at the tree.
Yeah.
It's got a sun behind it.
Oh, dude, if there's a cabin, it's just...
Yeah, and you just scrape that bitch out of, like, what's already there, and suddenly, boom, cabin.
Yeah. Yeah. It just instantly goes from, why did you just ruin your painting, to, oh, it's a cabin. Yeah.
Let's smear some brown on here, and then...
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what's wrong with this fucking country. Just smeared a bunch of brown on here. So goddamn. Anyway, just that button.
Those characters. We're just characters.
Yeah. I like how the longer... So first of all, you guys, Dave was just heartbroken when he thought it was over, but then he got dragged back in for season 8 of It's Too Late. And then
I almost feel like that counts as a lie.
No, I never lie to you, Dave.
You said you were going dark. You said you were gonna go dark.
That's 80. It's 80 days today. It's 80 days from today. It's getting real. Tell you. We're gonna be in the 70s tomorrow. It's nuts. Not temperature, left days remaining. We're definitely not gonna be in the 70s in temperature.
That's what we're at. 80s, low 80s. Still warm.
No, it ain't the low 80s here either. That's what it is right now. It's not tomorrow.
Dark back
up. Yeah, it's 80 days. 80 days remaining. It's wild.
Oh, we're at 73. A low 66, I think. That's good weather.
105 tomorrow. Woo! That's right, Aaron. Hell yeah. Look, if you're gonna enjoy all of our diabetes juice, you also have to endure the 105. That's just how it is. That's the trade.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. See, that's why we're not all sick and dying, is that it just burns out.
Oh yeah, it just burns out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a sweet aroma all throughout the South of
God, it
sugar
is.
being released.
I fucking love the South. 80 days to the Apple Teeny Challenge, says Matt Lacey. I don't know. We're going to have to talk about that because I don't know how we're going to facilitate that unless we do it in person together.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I ain't going to the fucking liquor store to mix some drinks. That's just not going to happen. It never will happen. So it would require an expert like Dave.
That's wild because I go to the liquor store and she's like, "Oh, you want the." They know what I want. That freaked me out the other day. She went and grabbed it. I'm like, "Oh, wow. This might have a problem." And I'm like, "Oh, did I see you here last time?" She's like, "No, I saw you at the other store." She must be like a regional.
Yeah. No, that's That's worse. That's way worse, dude.
Judged.
Let me copy this link really quick. See if we can do a quick little something here for the kids. We're just gonna call this. We're just gonna call this clip what? Let's see if this works.
What do we got on?
I'm just saying. This is like literally hard for me to see.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there's a what. So let me set that so that we can hear it.
Yeah, make sure it's coming to me because I didn't hear the opening music either.
Did you not just hear the jazz music just now?
No, I'm not hearing any jazz music.
Oh, well, then you're not hearing stuff. That's weird. I don't know why you're not.
It's got to be in a voice meter. They actually get smaller.
It says that it's playing, so I don't know.
All right, that's fine.
Here we go. We'll just. Oh no, I don't want to move that. Here we go. All right. I'm just saying.
Hey, I really need to have this kid raped. Okay, I remember enough, but I can't hear. But
wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, did you really want to hear that? I mean,
no, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, let's just go ahead and full screen that, and we'll this is what we're gonna end on, you guys. I'm just saying.
Hey, I really need to have this kid raped.